All right, part 4 of our similarity and trigonometry unit has to deal with similar triangles, okay? There are three ways that we can prove that two triangles are similar, okay? One is by AA, okay? So AA means angle, angle. And all that means is, in the two triangles, you have two pairs of angles that are congruent. Remember, congruent means the same. Whoops. Crap. Means the same. Now, SAS stands for side, angle, side. Now, what that means is you have pairs of sides, proportionate, and a pair of angles congruent. Now, remember, proportionate means they have the same ratio, okay? SSS means that all three pairs of sides are proportionate. In other words, when you match up all three pairs of sides, they all reduce to the same fraction. That's what that means. So, now, if they're not similar, then, well, we'll see that. So, it says determine if triangle UVW and triangle XYZ are or are not similar. If they are, state how you know. Now, if I look at this, okay, I have two pairs of angles here, right? I've got a 104 and a 104, okay? And I have a 31 and a 31. Now, so I have a pair of 104s and a pair of 31s. So what I have is I have two pairs of congruent angles. Well, so in this case, by the way, these sides don't matter because we have two pairs of congruent angles. So the triangles are similar because, okay, so here, your word bank number 1, you're going to have a drop down in Delta Math. Now, word bank 2, you're going to look for where it says AA. So because AA. Now, one thing I want you to look at, okay, in this word bank, all right, where it says SAS, two sides plus included angle, cross that out. That will not be an option, okay? That will not be an option. Also, B says SSS, three sides congruent. That is not what we're looking for. So it's either going to be A, C, or E, okay? The first, third, or fifth options. Now, if I look at the next one, it says determine if triangle FGH and triangle IJK are or are not similar. If they are, state how you know. Okay, well, let's see. I've got a 56 and a 56, so far so good. I've got a 62 and a 62, okay? So again, two pairs of congruent angles. So the triangles are similar because of AA. Okay, that's easy enough. Now it says determine if triangle GHI and JKL are or not similar. Well, let's see. What do they give us here? Now remember, these are our three choices. Okay? Now notice they gave us all three sides. They gave us no angles at all. So it can't be AA and it can't be SAS. The only thing it could be is SSS. Well, let's see. How do we know? Well, let's look. So I'm going to take the smallest number here, and I'm going to match it up with the smallest number here. So I have 19 over 76. And then I'm going to take the next smallest, 20, and match it up with the next smallest, 80. So 20 over 80. And then I'm going to take the last pair, the biggest pair. I'm going to take 24 over 96. Now, what you can do is, in the yellow calculator, even in Desmos, I think, divide these three out. or reduce them to lowest terms. So 19 over 76 reduces to 1/4. 20 over 80 reduces to 1/4. 24 over 96 reduces to 1/4. All the fractions are the same. That's true. That means SSS is the answer. So the triangles are similar because of SSS. Because all three of those were the same fraction. Okay, same problem. Now let's look at what they give us. So here I've got a side, I've got an angle, and I got a side. Here I have a side, angle, side. Well, this 44 seems to be extra. So the question here is it SAS? Well, let's find out. Okay, so I take the smallest side and I match it up with the smallest side. So I have 9 over 36. Now, let's look at the angle. So I got a 58 and a 58. Okay, so the A part's good because I got a pair of 58s. Okay, now let's look at the other side, 12 and 48. So I have 12 over 48. So I reduce. 9 over 36, 1/4. 12 over 48, 1/4. Those are equal. So I have SAS. They are similar because those two fractions equal, and you have a pair of congruent angles. So they are similar because of SAS. Okay. All right. Same thing. Let's see. What do we have here? I've got an SAS here, and I've got an SAS here, which means this 4 is extra. So now the question, is it SAS? Well, let's see. So I take the smallest side, 3, and I match it up here. So I have 3/7. Let's look at the angles. I got 55 and 55. Okay, that's a pair, so my A is good. What about my last S? So I've got 5 and 10. Okay, well, 3/7 is just 3/7. It doesn't reduce to lowest terms. It's already in lowest terms. 5/10 reduces to a half. Well, are those fractions the same? No, they're not. Okay, so if those fractions aren't the same, that means the triangles are not similar. And that's the end of the problem. You don't have to choose from the second word bank because they're not similar. So you don't have to choose AA or anything like that. You won't need this. Okay? This would be your answer. Okay? Now, same thing. What do they give us? So they give us all three sides of both triangles. So the question is it SSS? Let's find out. So I take the smallest side and I go here. So smallest and smallest. So I have 19 over 57. And then I go 22 and 66. And then I go, where are you? Come on. New color. 27 and 82. Okay, well, let's see. 19 over 57 is 1/3. 22 over 66, 1/3. So far, so good. 27 over 82. I don't even think that reduces to lowest terms. I think it's just 27 over 82. Well, so that one fraction didn't work. So that means it's not SSS. Well, that's the only thing it could be because they didn't tell us about any of the angles. So the triangles are not similar. So you don't need the rest of that. Okay? So, just, again, these are just methods of trying to determine if two triangles are similar.